Hi everybody, thanks for joining us. I am Lynn with Plasma Energy Solution, and today I have another favorite sidekick. This is our favorite younger son, Luke.
Yep, my name is Luke Schmaltz, and I'm a recent transplant to Red Lodge.
And Luke has we have our favorite daughter you've met, and we have our favorite older son who's never slows down enough to sit in a chair, right?
He's not going to let you videotape him unless he loses the bet.
Oh, you and he have a bet, see?
Yeah.
Moms find these things out as we go along. So today, Luke and I want to talk to you about the Plasma Energy Station. That was the very first thing that Paul and I put together with all the research and plasma energies that he was developing. And you can find out all the information at plasmaenergysolution.com. Now I'm going to show you real quickly. This is the very first station he did. And it had these little round plastic-like ornaments on it, and we decided that would be a disaster in shipping. So that's when we finally evolved to the vials. And so you see, in addition, because as things have been developed, I've added a few things here and there. Now, I get messages from people that, oh, is it time for me to empty my station and wash it out? This station I just showed you has never been emptied. It has never been washed out. Now then, this is the size of station we started with. Here's a plasma energy station. You can put this on or in a clear glass or clear plastic container of your choice. And it can be translucent, it can be colored, it can be those like a big blue container, as long as you can see inside of it and it's translucent. This is easy stuff, so don't make it hard, you guys. So, Luke, I really wanted to bring information to people because you worked with a friend for quite some time who had some serious health issues, and you introduced the Plasma Energy Station.
Yeah, his name is Jeff Kopp. He's an illustrator and a tattooer in Denver. He has a shop that he works at called Little Black Church. You can find him online. His art is incredibly prolific. We've been good friends since 1996, and in around 2010, about halfway through that year, he started getting sick, and we couldn't figure out exactly what it was that we were thinking, because it was an intestinal disorder. He was having a hard time keeping food down. He was clear that he was not absorbing nutrients, and his condition started to escalate to where he would get so dehydrated because he was so nauseous all the time. He couldn't keep anything down, and then he would have these attacks of radiant pain starting in his abdomen and taking over almost all of his nervous system, which would then cause him to collapse, and he would have to be hospitalized and then rehydrated and medicated for pain. And it was an ongoing thing. And his GI doctor in Denver diagnosed him with protein-losing autoimmune enteropathy, and he was one of 9 known cases in the medical world. And there really isn't a known treatment for it, so we took him to the Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota, and they subjected him to a battery of procedures and tests to try to figure out what was happening with his internal biosphere, biodome. And the problem that we had was the number one GI doctor in all of medicine, or in Western medicine even, when he sits down and goes, after us being there for a week, and I just said, "You're about to say you don't know, aren't you?" And he's like, "Yeah, because I don't know." And so we went home from Minnesota with really no definitive information other than his body was not absorbing nutrients, especially protein. The cilia in his GI tract were not doing their jobs of absorbing nutrients from his food and his supplements. And so they put him on albumin infusions to get some more protein in his system. Those are incredibly uncomfortable, and they have to be done once a week. And it was not an enjoyable situation. And I first got him to take the plasma energy. We got him a plasma station set up. I think it was around 2015, and my dad, Dr. Schmaltz, said, "Now don't slack off. Drink it every day, because if you don't drink it, it's not going to work. If it just sits there, it doesn't do anything." So we had to kind of harangue him a little bit to get him to take it every day. But once he started drinking the plasma water, his episodes started to happen with less and less frequency, and he started to be able to absorb some nutrients from a very limited diet of whole foods and no processed anything. He's just got an incredibly sensitive GI tract, but the plasma energy was able to, and still is able to, replace some of those nutrients and at least help his body heal itself so it can absorb nutrients from his diet of whole foods. And so his episodes were becoming less and less frequent, and the last one was May of 2019, April or May of 2019, so it's been a good year and a half since he's had one of those episodes where he becomes very nauseous and becomes dehydrated, and then he suffers from radiant pain. Those have diminished, and I don't know about back to normal, but he's experienced an incredible turnaround in his condition and his quality of life, and we attribute it to the plasma energy station.
Well, and I remember calling you one day and asking about it. How's Jeff doing? And your answer was, "Oh, you know what? He just rode by on his bicycle." And how much was he doing on his bicycle every day?
He's back to about 40 miles a day, maybe.
Yeah.
He's a prolific cyclist as well, and when he was sick, he couldn't get any exercise because he was so weak from his condition and the lack of nutrients in his system. But he's back to riding his bike incredible distances. Well, incredible for someone like me who doesn't do that sort of thing. But yeah, so
okay.
he's back on the crazy cycling, and it's just kind of check in on him and see how he's doing every once in a while.
Well, that's really nice. And some of you have expressed to me that your attempts to share plasma energy with other people, maybe friends or family, are not always met with enthusiasm. Would you say that's happened to you at all?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Typically, I mean, if you try to share this with people who are prone to skepticism and who are typically prone to resisting new ideas, sometimes you're better off just saving your breath. I mean, I know it's antithesis to what we're trying to do here, which is trying to spread the word to as many people as possible. But at the same time, people have to be pre-qualified. They have to be pre-qualified to being open to new things and to thinking differently than cause and effect thinking, which is, okay, you've got a headache, here's a painkiller. And that's sort of Western medical thinking. The cause and effect approach never addresses why the headache is there in the first place. It just snips at the very end of the branch on the tree of the problem instead of getting at the root. So if you're going to share the idea, I think it's for the sake of your own time management, I would say pre-qualify people and choose to share it with people who are open to different approaches and thinking, because the Western cause and effect construct is very rigid, and some people are stuck in that, and there's not a whole lot you can do to pry them loose. So you got to just pick your spots.
Right, exactly. And it's gone so far with me that I've been told I should wear a tinfoil hat. And you'll all be thankful to know that I have a whole wardrobe of them. So I've got, it depends on what color hat I need that day. So I just kind of let that roll off of me at this point, even though I greatly want people to have the information and make choices. And the bottom line of this whole discussion we've had is what Dr. Paul always said, and that is the plasma energy will give your body the ability to come into balance and to heal itself. So that's what this is all about, and the water is an effective way to deliver that plasma energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I think you've used it on your dog.
Yeah, our guy Bentley, he's 10 now. He was developing a lump on his rear left hip, and it was getting to be about the size of about a lemon, or maybe like a tennis ball cut in half. And it was definitely getting bigger by the day. And we started using plasma energy on it. Pet skin, specifically pet skin, pet coat, or is it pet skin?
Yeah, it's the pet skin.
Yeah, and just the general water from the plasma station as well. And that cyst is gone. It shrank, and now it's just disappeared. It resorbed by his body and excreted. So that was, he gets a longer lease on life. I know our pets don't get to be around as long as we do, but, if you can keep them around a little bit longer to enjoy their company, it's worth it for sure.
You bet.
Yep.
So, well, Luke, you have anything else you want to share with us today?
Well, you put me on the spot.
I did.
And I'm not ready for that.
Okay.
Yeah, and it'll be on the next video.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I hope you'll give us a thumbs up and share this with others if you wish to. And again, it is plasmaenergysolution.com.
Thank you.